All right, all right, all right. So we are. Some of you may be familiar with the show. Some of you may not be, but we're back. We are putting things back together on the show. So bear with us. Those of you that will come by and hang out with me today for a little while we get things tested, I appreciate it. And I am offering I guess, a bonus of answering questions today. If anyone has any questions, then go ahead and put your questions in. But in the meantime, we're just here testing out some things, and hang tight. We're gonna uh, test this out. We'll be right back. And we are back. Again, we are testing out the platform today, but I do want to, for those of you that stopped by, I do want to offer you something. If I can answer any questions for you, please let me know. Or if there's anything that you'd like to discuss, let's go ahead and drop that in the chat. And let's see. Yo, my man Chris is the ultimate wholesaler. Need to buy for a property in 30315. Hey, so anybody watching the show, if you don't know who Chris Enze is, I don't know how long you've been in the business, probably not that long. But shout out to my man Chris Enze. He needs a buyer for a property in 30315. Anybody looking for a property in 30315, go ahead and give my man Chris Enze a shout. And we'll also put that information in the chat as well. So for those of you that are looking for properties in the 30315 area, go ahead and put that in. And my sister from another mister, my sister Angela Davenport. What's up, Angela? How you doing? How you doing? Angela says she's looking for farms in South Georgia. She's looking for farms in South Georgia. Shout out to Angela. Angela, we get things back together on the show. A lot of things that I want to report, a lot of things I want to talk about, a lot of things I want to share. I have been uh, doing some things, putting some things together, and a lot has been happening. So I've been missing for some time, but we are getting things back in order. So, shout out to Andrew Davenport. I want to have either of you be on the show with me coming up here sometime soon. We got a lineup that's absolutely amazing that's going to be coming up in the coming weeks. And I want to be sure that those of you that will uh, be watching the show, that you get the information that you're looking for, get the questions answered that you need to have answered. We're going to have a lot of stuff coming up for the show, doing some new things, sharing some new information, working with some new folks, a lot of different things happening. And I want to be sure that you all have an opportunity to take advantage of uh, the things that I will be doing and some of the things that we'll be working on together. Nina, how you doing, Nina? Good to see you. Good to see you as well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I am, again, there's a lot that's been going on. Lots been going on behind the scenes. You know, folks say if you don't put it on social media, it's not really happening. But I know that's not true because life goes on without social media, with or without it. But I do want to be able to share a lot of the things that are happening, a lot of things that will be happening. But today, for those of you that tune in, that have either been on the show, great. Thank you all for watching again. Thank you all for tuning in again. Thank you all for your support. And also for those of you that have not seen the show before, that would like to either be a guest on the show, or if you have Oh, okay. I'm seeing how I'm looking on Instagram. So shout out to the folks on Instagram as well. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, let's talk about that. Send me an inbox message, DM me, and we can talk about you being a guest on the show. And for those of you who are just looking for answers, looking for what's going on in the real estate world, we've had so many different things happen over the last couple of years, and so many people have been confused about what's happening. Uh, all right, my sister said, good, because the market is crazy. I'm here when you need me. Thank you so much, Angela. I appreciate that, because people need to know. People need to know what's going on. People need to know what's happening. Uh, is it time to be afraid? A lot of people I'm talking to, they're saying that interest rates are going up, inflation, this, gas prices, this, all of these different things that are happening in the world of real estate, in the world, period. I mean, in the U.S., especially with inflation and all that. The dollar value is going down. All these different things that are happening. People are concerned. People are worried about what's happening, specifically in real estate. And I get it. I get it. When, especially for those people who are new to the business, who've never experienced times like this, who've never seen, interest rates like this. People say, "Oh, 6% is high," but some people have been around and they know interest rates have been in the teens before, and so 6%, yeah, for some of us is nothing to really cry about, right? Nothing, 7% is nothing for some of us to really whine or cry about. And for those of us that understand the business of real estate investing, we're not paying that interest rate anyway, right? Just as well as the interest rates are going up, guess what? Rents have gone up. So guess what? If you are a buyer and you're an investor, if you're an investor, then you understand that you're affected, I guess, in a way that your profit margin isn't as high as it was, but it can be because rents have gone up as well. Uh, my man Chris said he's back in the Chicago market now. If you need help in the Midwest, let's chop it up. Chris, you right around the corner, man. I'm doing a lot of stuff in Detroit. So we will definitely get together and look at what's happening in the Chicago market. Especially about those laws in Illinois that people are afraid of. Like, people are definitely afraid of investing or wholesaling in the Illinois area because of the laws that they've passed about wholesaling being quote unquote illegal. But if you know anything about the business of real estate investing, eh, it's not illegal to buy a house and sell a house. I'll just leave it at that. Um, but listen, again, this show is basically just reintroduction, uh, a reintroduction of the show, and getting things back in order with sharing information is one of the things that I love to do. I love sharing information. I love, helping people get over the humps of the things that they're experiencing in the business. We all have some humps, some bumps. I've gone through my share, and I just want to share my experience and my knowledge for people who may go through some of the same types of things or similar things, that you don't have to deal with these things on your own. Just found a solid attorney last night. Okay, you say you just found a solid attorney last night. Wow. How long you been in the Chicago market again? Chris, tell me about that. I'm interested to know about that. Um, and you know what? Let me see. I'm interested to know about that. I might see if you want to come on and share some of that with me. Share some of that information with me. And again, listen, I'm here, so I'm gonna hang out for a while. Like I said, this was basically just a test show to kind of see how things would look on the screen and see how the live would do. We're now streaming across multiple platforms, and I just wanted to see how the live would do. So I wanted to come on and, kind of have a conversation, but at the same time, share some information, answer any questions. Again, thank you all for joining. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. We will have guests in the coming weeks. We will have some special guests coming in the coming weeks to share some significant information about, the real estate market, what's going on, what things to watch out for, what things to be mindful of, and doing what we do in the real estate world, and just some of the things that people should not be so, I guess, up in arms about. I know change is scary for some people, but if you understand anything about life in general, let alone real estate, change is inevitable. It's going to happen. Change is going to happen whether we like it or not. It is what it is, as the new saying is. It is what it is, or old saying, new saying, whatever you want to call it. It's going to happen. And it's not about what happens, it's how you respond to that change, right? Yes, interest rates are going to go up. Yes, inflation happens. Like, these are not new things. These things happen. They've happened over and over again. It's history. History is repeating itself. And it's just showing us that most of the things that we deal with in life are cyclical, which means there's a cycle. And the matter of how we survive, I guess, through these cycles is how we respond to those things that change, right? So it's not a matter of if things will change, it's a matter of when things will change and what preparation will we have in place for when those things change. Uh, I want to make sure. Okay, so I am streaming on Mr. Dollar Out of a Dime on Instagram, which is good. But I guess I have to see how that platform is going to hold up. But that's okay. Again, this is a show where we're working out all the kinks. I want to remind y'all that Angela Davenport, for those of you that have asked questions, Angela Davenport says she's looking for properties in the uh, looking for farms in South Georgia. Chris Enze has a property for sale in the 30315 zip code. Is that just one property? He has a buyer, he needs a buyer for a property in the 30315. Hey, send me that information, Chris. Send me the information on that property that you have at 30315. I may do something with it. For the most part, most of what I'm doing is in Detroit, but I will look at different things that are available here in the Atlanta metro area as well. Um, so listen, hey, give me a topic. Like, okay, great day, fam. I don't know who that is. I want to know who the people are that are tuning in. So if you would click on that link and allow StreamYard to show your name so I can address you accordingly. Um, I'm looking for a couple things. I guess I could share that with you, share a couple things with you all. Wait, hold on. I think I know who that is. That's Joe. Joe, what's up, man? Go ahead and put your click on that link so we can see your name, Joe. Joe, I think you are still out of town. Are you out of town? I'm planning on coming by to see you all this evening. I don't know if you're in town. I'm planning to come check you all out at. If I want to make sure I got it right, Joe. Tell me if I'm right. Tonight is the. I can't see your name, Joe. It just says Facebook user. So you got to click on that StreamYard link so I can see you. My team is helping me figure out some of the people who's on. Tonight is, I want to say, I don't want to mess this up. Joe, help me out. What's the name of your event? Uh, Flipping Mojitos. No, is it? I messed that up. Tonight is Mojitos. Okay. What's the name of the event? It's Mojitos something. I can't remember exactly. Flipping Mojitos. Oh, so I did have it right. Okay, thanks. Got it. Um, I will definitely be going to check that out tonight. It's been a long time, man. I've been trying to make it to that event for the longest. I have it on my calendar today. I was almost thwarted. My wife had given me some other plans to do something else tonight, but I told her, I said, I already got something planned, so don't change it. don't change it yet. So I'm going to see if I can check out the event tonight. I most definitely plan on being there. Joe, hey, listen, I see that you're doing some stuff, man, that I want you to be able to share with people. So we got to get you back on the show as well. You're doing something in the, I think, business credit space. So that's a conversation that we definitely want to have you come on and talk about, help people out with those types of things. Yeah, see, this is why, listen, this is why I do this show, why I have been doing this show for as long as I've been doing it. There are a ton of things a ton of information I believe that people miss out on. Now, I'm not saying I'm the only platform that shares this information, but I want to be another outlet for people to be able to get very important information, very important things that people have to share. For example, Joe Castaneda, a really good friend of mine, who is doing something in the business credit space. Now I offer some of those services, but I always want to showcase what everybody else has. Because there are some things that I provide, in terms of services, but I'm okay with sharing. I want to see all of my folks shine and do great things. So, if you can do something better than I can, I'm okay with that. Um, and I understand that the purpose of doing, well, at least my purpose of doing what I do, is to share with other people and collaborate and help others grow in doing what they do. And that's what I want to be. That's what my legacy. I want my legacy to be, as a person who is understood to collaborate. Um, so we're in about 20 minutes. I want to give an opportunity for anybody else that's tuning in, anybody else that got anything to share. As I mentioned, Angela Davenport is looking for farms in South Georgia. Chris is looking for a buyer in the 30315 area, zip code. Uh, for those of you that are in the Atlanta metro area, tonight is Flipping Mojitos. How do I get that information, Joe, if you're still here? How do I get that information? I know I have it in my email. I guess I'll have to post it here to be able to share with the folks. I know somebody on my team is in this show with me. If you all can maybe Google, I'm gonna do it this way. Google Flipping Mojitos and find out if you can get a link to where the location is for this evening. Unless Joe can share it with us here as well. And we'll make sure people that are in the Atlanta metro area, if you're in the area, you see the show, come and check it out tonight, or you see this show, come and check out that event for tonight. And I'm also looking for buyers in Chicagoland. Chicagoland. What's Chicagoland, Chris? I know Chicago, but what's Chicagoland? Is that something different? Uh, oh, not sure if it shows up as a group on Facebook. Um, Jen, if you can check out to see if that group shows up on Facebook, Flipping Mojitos. See if it shows up as a group on Facebook, and post that link. Chris, is Chicagoland something different from Chicago? Uh, I want to make sure I don't jack that up, because I know there's the Shy. We call it different things by different names. I want to make sure I don't mess it up. um, Anybody else got anything that they want to share? Like I said, this is a test show. I wanted to just come on and share some information with people who may have questions, and also, share, what else people have going on. Chicago is Chicago. Okay, it's a term to describe Chicago and its greater metro area. Got it. Got it. Okay. Chicago. It's a term used to describe Chicago and its greater metro area. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Kind of like, well, the Shy, I guess, is the main area of where Chicago is. Um, and man, I gotta say, Chicago gets a bad rap, man. I don't know if anybody been to Chicago. No, Chicago isn't as bad as people make it out to be. You hear so many things, so many terrible things about Chicago on the news. But if you've actually been to the city of Chicago and experienced it, it's not all bad. Uh, so we got Andy joining us on IG. What's up, Andy? Andy, thank you for joining us. And also Detroit. I gotta say, Detroit, man. Detroit is a nice place to visit. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know about living in too many different places in Chicago or Detroit, but it is, and these are nice places to visit. All right, thank you, Miss Beatrice. Look at my wife. All right, I appreciate you. Flip on Mojitos, 5161 Peachtree Parkway, Peachtree Corners, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Shout out to Beatrice. Uh, I'm going to have my sound effects here pretty soon. My team will be working it out. I want to drop on the clues bombs, as Charlemagne would say. Drop on the clues bombs for Beatrice for posting that information. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Uh, all right, and yeah, I was saying about Chicago and Detroit getting bad raps. I still hear people. I still see people saying, asking the question: Is Detroit? Has Detroit made a comeback? Is Detroit still a good place to invest? I'm like, man, where have people been? I guess people don't do research on things like that. Those things, people don't really do a lot of research on, the specifics of things like that before they ask questions. I guess asking questions is part of the research. I don't know. But Detroit has made a comeback years ago. Like I still talk to people are still talking about the water, and the water was never affected in Detroit. But they're like, oh, that Flint water messed up Detroit. And I'm like, what? What are y'all talking about? That whole Flint water situation has been resolved a long time ago. Uh, Detroit did not file bankruptcy. That was one of the big things that people were talking about. Oh, Detroit filed bankruptcy. No, Detroit did not file bankruptcy. They were on the verge of it, but it never happened. Kwame Kilpatrick is no longer the mayor of Detroit, and he's no longer in prison. Like people are still asking these questions. When did Kwame Kilpatrick get out of prison? He's been out of prison for some time. Um, And okay, Chris says it's terrible in certain parts, but Chicago is a great first class city as a whole. Lots of opportunity here. That's anywhere. That's anywhere USA. Anywhere in America, there are terrible parts. Certain parts that are terrible. Anywhere. In Atlanta, there's some interesting parts here in Atlanta. There's some interesting parts here in Atlanta, but that's anywhere in the world or anywhere in the country, I'll say. Um, because there are different things, people there because there are people there. You know, it's not that the actual uh I see it. Okay, they're telling me it's not looking good on IG. Okay, we'll work it out. We'll work it out. Even if we have to go with it this way, that's the way it's going to look anyway. Okay, guys, got it. Um, Anywhere in the world or anywhere in the country, pretty much, there are certain areas or certain parts that are not the greatest, and it's not so much the areas themselves as it is the people that are in the area so much. Now, we won't get too deep into that. Folk will start start a riot over here, but it is what it is. I mean, certain things happen in certain areas of the country that don't happen in other areas of the country. But for the most part, all areas are, all areas have their different ways of doing things or different ways of things happening in those areas. Um, so that in and of itself doesn't make Chicago bad. Yes, there are some bad situations that happen in Chicago, but I've been to Chicago several times. I got family in Chicago. We recently went there to, just on a trip for my wife's birthday. And although it was cold, now it was cold as a mug, but we had a great time there. We had, we enjoyed the nightlife. As cold as it was, we had some great, time spending time at the restaurants. We did a tour of the city around the city on the water, so we had a great time there. But I want to get into some real estate stuff. I want to get to some real. Yeah, B says a beautiful city. I'm like, yo, we went to San Francisco. We went to LA. Like these were nice places. We went to Jamaica. Like there were some nice places, but in certain parts of these areas, different things go on. So we can't kill the whole city just for some bad areas there. Let's talk about some of the things, for those of you that are tuning in, let's talk about some of the things that's going on in the world of real estate. And like I said, this was intended to be a test show to just get an idea of how we were doing, how things were going to show up. We were reformatting some things, we're updating some things. So I wanted to just get an idea of, my team wanted to put this together to be sure we could Um, oh, they're showing me what's there. Okay, YouTube. Okay, yeah. So there, we're doing some testing. So if you see me and I'm reaching in different areas and I'm looking at different things, is because I'm just uh, checking out what's happening on different screens. We're testing IG. We're testing. We're testing YouTube. How are we looking on LinkedIn, guys? Oh, let me see. Okay, they're telling me to move my camera. Is that does that work or no? Okay, no, I messed it up. Okay, I guess that's better. No need working on SS. I don't know what that is. Oh, screenshot. Okay. Okay. Again, this is a test show. This is a test. This is, we're actually putting together some things to make sure everything shows right, especially when we have guests come on. You know what? I want to see if we can, I want to see what it looks like if we bring on like that. That's going to be the thing that we'll need to see is bringing on a guest. Let's see. I'm going to add you to the stream. Um, oh, that might be. How can we fix that? I was just looking at how it looks on IG if we bring on a guest. Nze, you still with me? You wanna pop in for just a second, so I can see how this layout looks. I am again. This is a test show. This is a test show. So if you all are here, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, our YouTube channel. Um, Join the Facebook group. The Facebook group is Real Life Real Estate Investing. Um, Actually, Enze, I'm going to send you an invitation. Just a second. I'm going to send you an invitation. Yancey, what's happening? The world traveler, Mr. Yancey. What's up, my dude? Uh Yancey, we gotta do a new show with you as well, man. Uh Yancey, my man Robert Yancey doing some major things. I am going to send this over to you, Chris. Just a second. Okay, I'll make sure I get your right. I'm sending this to your Facebook Messenger. So if you'll click on that link, that should allow you to pop in with me. Yeah, so we got to get you on soon, man. I think I'm booked. I got to confirm with my team how many people we got booked because I think we're booked for like a few weeks, a couple weeks. But listen, y'all my dudes, man. You my dude, Yancey. We'll bump somebody for you. Just don't tell nobody I said that. We'll bump somebody to get you on the show, Yancey. but um, but yeah, man, this is actually we're doing this as a test. I want to see how all the platforms look. It's looking like we're gonna probably have a visual issue on IG. Maybe we'll have to figure out how we can work that out. Can you show me a screenshot? Jen, can you show me a screenshot from TikTok? I want to see how that looks. So yeah, we're just running some tests. This is a test show basically to see how everything looks. And also we'll need to see a test from if you'll show me a screenshot for LinkedIn as well as Twitch. Uh-oh. Okay.
Did this work?
No.
Bring this in? Because I was having a hard time doing it on StreamYard. I had to log in and do a lot more stuff. But anyway, sorry. I wasn't prepared. I'm just trying to help, but there's a lot more going on than I expected.
No. I appreciate it. No, but this won't show on the screen the way I need to see it.
Okay, I'll try again.
Yeah, just if you click on that link, it should bring you right in, and I can bring you in as a guest.
Okay, I'll try again.
Okay, all right, appreciate it. Again, this is a test of the real life real estate broadcast system. We're just testing to see how things will be showing up. So we got YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn. Okay, let's see. Hey, let me try. I don't know if this will work. Hold on. Oh no, it won't let me do that. Again, folks, thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'm just testing some things today because we're going to be bringing the show back. Oh, did we get the... I want to see if they gave me the... Did y'all give me the... There you go. I got you, Enzy. Hang tight. Did you all give me the... Jen, did you give me the promo for the show? I need to get the promo. Can you add that as well so we can test that while we're here? All right, let's see. We're going to bring Enze up. Superstar Enze. What's up, dude?
What's up, boss man?
You got it. Let me make sure they... and I want to make sure they can check the platforms to be sure everything is showing right.
You know, I'm the guy that I think. Didn't we kick off some of your first shows?
Okay. Man, I think you were probably the second or third guest on the show. No, the fourth. You were the fourth.
I told you to keep straight. I'm on the show. Can you let me live?
I know I caught you while you was out, man. I just wanted to see how everything would look.
That's all good. It's good, man.
Yeah. Can you see it okay on your side?
I see everything clearly. My internet bill is paid, so I can see everything here loud and clear today. Maybe not tomorrow.
So you topped up your internet and everything is good.
Yeah, we topped off for a couple days.
Right. Got the refresher for the internet. I'm trying to see how it looks on IG because we're streaming on IG also. But I want to see. Yeah, that's gonna probably look. Yeah. I'm gonna have to see. Yeah, I see it. They're showing me how it looks. Okay. Is there anything we can do about that? Yeah, that looks. I'm gonna see if you can see that. Can you see how they got a split screen on there?
Yeah, that's how it looks on IG.
Yeah, that's how it looks on IG.
Yeah, the
Um,
StreamYard. I mean, I get what it allows you to stream multiple platforms, but the way it comes up on the platforms could be a little bit funky. Is what you're
yeah,
saying? What you're trying to
right,
test?
right. Yeah, because I don't see how to do it on the top. Yeah, but yeah, that's what this, this help us get all those kinks out. You see how? So it looks straight. It's cool on um YouTube. It's cool on. Let me see.
Let's chop up this real estate while you do that.
So what's happening, man? What's going on in Chicago, man? What made you go back out there to do your thing?
Well, I wanted to be a little bit closer to my parents. They're both kind of
Okay.
aging out a little bit,
Oh yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
I had always wanted to get back into the Chicago market. I just didn't find, the right time to do it.
Right.
And I
Okay.
kind of went through some life situations that maybe like, you know what, let me go back to Chicago for a little bit, tap
Right.
in. And I'm actually happy I came here because, with all the rule changes, I was thinking about doing this a couple years ago, like right before the pandemic.
Hmm.
And I think that's around the time that the governor here changed the rules on wholesaling and all that type of stuff. And that was
Right.
one of the reasons I was like, nah, I just stay here. But with the situation that kind of went on, I was like, you know what, it's a good time to come back to Chicago. I was like, okay, I'll come back out here for the summer and just try to really tap into this market because I haven't really tapped in. I know you were going out to Detroit for years and years, and kind of getting back into that market. And I was like, I'm gonna do what Glenn did. I'm gonna go to Chicago, tap back in, and really see the opportunities here. And lo and behold, man, like a lot of the parallels that I saw that happened in Atlanta, especially like West End, 30310,
Yeah.
30315, kind of right now, I'm seeing that in certain pockets here. And guess
Yeah.
what? There are not a lot of people doing it. And I'm
Right.
like, hey, I see $1 million pocket. It is time for me to make $2-3 million very quickly if I capitalize because I can
Exactly.
recognize what happened in another market,
Right.
right? So
Right.
that is what my experience is giving me so far here. And uh, one of the issues I was having was finding a good attorney to work with
Hmm.
here that is, sympathetic to wholesalers because, like any other market, you got to find the people that are going to be able to work with investors. And I went through a situation where I had my attorney, and I was kind of putting his name out there to sellers and people I was talking to, and just kind of like letting people know about him.
Hmm.
And so I sent over a purchase and sale agreement to a seller, and that there are tons of property. Like if you're interested in the Chicago market, especially as an out of town investor, there are some great pockets that you can get in relatively cheaply. I'm talking about less than $20,000-$30,000 for properties. These are kind of numbers that
No,
I
I'm
mean,
just
I want
kidding.
to tell people about it so we can kind of change the neighborhoods because
Yeah.
these are the areas are still rough. I'm not gonna sit here and lie.
Yeah.
There are gonna be some rough patches, but long story short, I had a seller want to give me his property for $1,000. I guess
Wow.
several of them that want to
Wow.
give them away,
Right.
and the seller's attorney reached out to my attorney because they were kind of friends, and he was like, "Hey, I don't know if you should be messing with these kind of wholesalers and people like that because it's not really ethical." And it's so then my attorney kind of like shut me down and said, "Well, I don't know if we can do more than one deal." And I was like, "I thought you were
Mm.
supposed to be my attorney." I'm like, "It's cool, it's cool." So I'm scrolling through Instagram yesterday and found they were having a wholesalers meeting. So
Mm.
there's a big wholesaler and a big investor out here. I can't remember his name for anything right now, but he has a RIA group here, and he put
Mm.
on a wholesaling event. I saw it on Instagram yesterday morning. I said I'm going because
Yeah.
they had a real estate attorney that works with wholesalers here specifically in Illinois. Went there yesterday, got her information, and I think that I'm going to send her over 2 files today because I'm telling you, the sellers are up here. There, people want literally like how the old school courses where people say, "Oh well, they just want to give you away their property." I'm actually getting that now. I did not get that in Atlanta. Maybe
Listen.
once or twice back in 2013, 2015. I got a lot of sellers just want to, hey, take it, please.
Right, and that's a lot of that is happening in Detroit as well, right?
Exactly.
And it's the thing that people don't understand, that when they, because folks will look at places like Detroit and Chicago and they'll write them off, right? Because they figure
Yep.
ain't nothing happening, which is okay. I mean, I get it,
Yeah.
but if and the thing about people and understanding and educating themselves about how this business works, there's opportunity everywhere. It's just what
Everywhere.
your
You're
level
floating in it.
right, exactly. It's just what your
Floating in the
level of
sea of
tolerance is.
opportunities.
Yeah, and you think about, like, I said this before. I did a wholesale meeting in Detroit. It had to be a couple years ago now. And out of 25, 30 plus people in the room, well, and I'll give you an updated version of that. 25, 30 people in the room, only one person had ever heard of wholesaling.
Right.
Right. I did a meeting in a city in Detroit earlier this year. I did a few of them. The very first one had 100 plus people in it. Right. Well, then we're close to 100. I'll say about 97. They told me it was more than 100, but we'll say 100.
Okay.
And the aspect of wholesaling and making money on houses that you don't own, people didn't understand that. Like, many of the people never even heard of that concept before, where you can actually literally write a contract to buy a property and sell that contract to someone else and make money on it.
Exactly.
Right. So
I
you
mean,
look
still,
at these areas where the opportunities are for you to collaborate with people. Right.
The greatest.
It's wide open. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing. That is what I feel. Remember how you were saying that some of those areas, it's like it can kind of be taboo to talk about why those areas exist like that.
Yeah.
What we need is real life education platforms in those areas to really educate the people that are there, but to make those people want to get that information and want to take action on that information is the hard part.
Yes.
Because I think that people can understand that, yes, you can make money, but for them to see themselves doing it, that is the part that you can't teach. That's the stuff that Eric, the hip hop preacher, talks about all the time. I can't give you that dog, right?
Exactly.
I can't make you hungry to want to do this. Most people, they look at it like, well, I'm just going to move away. And it's like, okay,
and
you can move away,
right?
but the area is still going to be the area, and the circumstances are not going to change until someone changes them. There's an area here in Chicago. I mean, I grew up around it my whole life. There is so you have Lake Michigan here, and you have a ton of people that have boats. So there's a south suburb of Chicago that has gone down in recent years, but really, like, closely connected to it, there's a boat dock. There's like it's called the Little Calumet River. It takes you out to Lake Michigan. And I'm looking at this area as it's like a river. It's like an old sleepy river thing. And I'm like, how come no one has ever developed this as a river walk?
Yeah.
And people would come to this area as a river walk. I mean, it's still a river. There are boats. So I see so much opportunity here that I just didn't see when I lived here. And it took me going away to a different place, taking action in that area, and coming back and being able to recognize the opportunities. Just like when I went to Atlanta, I saw opportunities there that other people couldn't see. So, I'm very excited about this market. I'm not excited about the winter or the violence, but I'm excited about the opportunities to make money here. So
true story.
Sorry to talk so much, but I'm excited.
No. But listen, that's real talk, though, man. And this is a talk show, by the way. This is what. But no, I appreciate you sharing that, man, because those are the things that people need to understand. And of course, like I said, guys like us who've been doing it for a little while, we know how to spot these opportunities.
Exactly.
Where, I mean, I'm still I'm working with people in the area of Detroit to get them to see, like, we can still work together and make these things happen. But it's really the mentality of the people.
Exactly.
A lot of people have that mentality. I'll do my own on my own, and you get yours and I get mine. And I'm like, we can do a whole lot more together.
Exactly. Now the thing is, I see a lot of people, it's hard for me to explain it. It's like people want to see things change, but they don't want to be the people to do the changing. Right.
Wow.
So if you want, you have to be the change that you want to see. So if there's something that you need, that you want to see happen, how come you aren't the catalyst to make that thing happen? instead of
Absolutely.
waiting on everyone else to do it. By the time other people get to seeing the opportunity, now you're going to be priced out inside
True
of your
story.
own community. And this is what we call gentrification in most cases. But why can't we re-gentrify our own areas? Why
Yes.
can't we re-put in, like, why are we going to Starbucks? Why don't we have our own Starbucks in that
Right.
neighborhood?
Right.
This is not even a racial thing. This is just your neighborhood is where you live. Make it nice
Absolutely. Absolutely.
and
That's
keep
the
it
same.
nice.
That's the same conversation I was having with the mayor of the city in Detroit, Metro Detroit in Inkster. I'm like, well, and it started from a conversation where I was having. The question was asked. I was actually speaking on a panel with Ramon and Keto and a few other people at an event that Marquell Russell was hosting.
Okay, yeah.
And the question was asked about gentrification in the communities. And I said, and I had been saying for some time, but I said that the reason why people complain, and here's my air quotes, complain about gentrification because they're not educated on how they can take part in that.
Exactly.
Right? If you help enough people understand what gentrification is, just change. It doesn't matter who's changing it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's change,
Exactly.
and change is inevitable. But if you help the people in those communities understand how they can take part in that change,
Exactly, and recognize the opportunities.
absolutely, and
You
they
living
won't
by
feel
them, you're
so
walking by them every day.
right. They won't feel so victimized. Like when people hear
Exactly.
gentrification, they figure there's a winner and a loser.
Exactly. But the thing is, not to get political, but I think that the politics of certain communities encourage a victim mindset. And victimhood does not lead to positive outcomes based on your own doings. Someone else has to come in and save you. Any community, no matter what, you can't be a victim and needing to be saved. You have to save yourself.
Man.
Right. So that's the message I want to bring to my Chicagoans. We have to save ourselves. I go to some of my friends' houses. It's nasty and trashy in certain parts of the community, but I see the kids out there opening a bag of chips and throwing it on the ground. It's you.
So here's I'm gonna tell you something crazy, man. You're not gonna believe this. It's the mentality, it's the mindset. I get in the car when I go to Detroit, and this is no bashing to people in Detroit. So if y'all see this, I'm just talking about the differences. I get in the car and ride with people in my family.
Right.
When we ride down the street, they still throw trash out the window.
Just out the window.
I'm like, well, we still do. Like, why y'all do that? Why y'all do that?
Like even when I lived in Chicago, I never I lived in Chicago, then I moved to the burbs. I moved to the burbs, it was a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
Because people didn't throw just trash everywhere.
Right.
And that means something. Like when I came to Atlanta,
oh my God,
it was totally different than Chicago. I'm like, it's just clean here. Certain parts of people throw trash out, but it's nothing like Chicago. People just it's reckless abandon of tissues, pop bottles, beer bottle, whatever, plates of food will just be on the ground outside, thrown out the window. Like,
and it's like, and here's the thing though. Here's the interesting thing, and this is the difference. People take care of stuff that they own.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We'll die for a block that ain't got none of our name on it, but we won't pick up the trash on it.
You section 8 on the block and will die for it. Like you're not even.
We'll die for that block, and nobody in our family own nothing on that block.
Yeah, but
we won't pick up the trash in the street.
Another thing, Glenn.
I'm talking about my people, man. I'm talking about my people, Chris.
No, another thing, Glenn. And I have to say this because I come from this community, so I get to talk about it. Okay. We have a lack of leadership in our communities. That's it. And now, so a lot of that was done by design. Now, Glenn, we have to admit it. But once we recognize that in certain communities, especially these hardest hit by gentrification, by these things, by certain things, right? There is a lack of leadership in our community, and it was done by design. But we have to be able to recognize and be able to push back against that and understand how we can change things. And that is the main thing that I see here in Chicago, and then around the nation, in terms of, what makes a hood, right?
Yeah.
So
Just keeping it 100, man. If we're gonna keep it all the way above, what makes a hood is the people, right?
yeah, that's
I
it.
look at when we talk about now by design, when we talk about something being by design, there was no opportunity. By design, there was no outlet. There's no, I mean, we'll just say opportunity to keep it simple, right? That was done by design.
Exactly.
However, if you know better, you do better, right?
Exactly.
If you know that if somebody's throwing a football at you, and it's likely that when you catch the football, these folks are coming after you, you got to run.
Yeah, don't sit there.
Right? If you're in the boxing ring, you got boxing gloves on. You know the other person with those boxing gloves on is coming to punch you.
Right.
So you got to protect yourself at all times.
Exactly.
So in simple scenarios like that, if we know that things were designed to keep us a certain way, but the information to change those situations for us is available. It's just the information. The thing that was done by design is we were limited on the information that was available to us. Right? We were limited on the information as well as the education. Now all of those things are available to us.
Yeah.
And that is the first step of changing our mindset.
I get that.
You see what I mean?
But
and we change the mindset, we can change a community.
I met a guy yesterday. He wrote a book called The Hood Coma.
Wow.
And it's basically it's
You're not
like
gonna just
we
let that
have to
pass.
wake up. We have to wake people up out of this coma that we have been placed in mentally. And that is socioeconomically, that is nuclear family, that is finances. People like Derek Grace, he talks a lot about hood, family banking, things like that, where we can, really change our own circumstances. And it incorporates, these kind of conversations, talking to like-minded individuals that want to see change. You know what I mean? So I welcome shows like this. I want to help get the word out about shows like this, because I think you're doing the Lord's work in terms of, just getting people involved with your show. Like I love this show. I haven't watched it in a long time because I had my own little life stuff going on. But when I saw it today, I said,
I haven't been on in a while. Yeah.
And I mean, that's just fate, right? I mean, even if you just started, I said, I want to tap in with Glenn this morning and look at what's going on. This is just you jumping back on, so
thank you,
I'm
brother.
rocking
I
with
appreciate
you.
it. Yeah. And it's because, and I think what makes a platform like this so necessary. And I've been doing this for 5 years on this show, man. And people always tell me, keep doing it, because we need it. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna keep doing it, but I don't get paid to do this.
Right. Exactly.
But the value that I get from it, it's not necessarily a monetary value, but the value that I get from it is knowing that people like yourself who has information to share, and creating something like this to create a consistent space for people like yourself to come on and share that information is the value that I get out of it, right? Maybe not monetarily, but I learn as well. Like, I'll be honest, I'm stealing from y'all cats when y'all come on the show. I learn from you and I'm taking notes, right? This becomes my information. I can go back and repurpose it and use it.
Exactly.
But it's that, and that's the value, man, because and let's keep it real. For the people that are still with us, thank y'all so much. I was just coming back on to test the show, like test the platforms. Like Instagram's still jacked up. I don't know what my team doing to fix that. But I think even there's some people still watching on Instagram. Yes, do we do a podcast? Yes, we do a podcast. The podcast is called Real Life Real Estate Investing. And we're actually going to be getting back to consistently doing the show. We've been off the air. Oh, wow. I want to say 5-6 months now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've been on. But yes, we do a podcast, Real Life Real Estate Investing, and we'll be doing it consistently again. But yeah, I was just coming back on to test the different platforms just to see how the visuals are. You know, they got some new designs. They're working on the intros and outros and commercials and all
Gotcha.
these other things. But I am grateful that you joined in. Like I know you were doing something. You probably had something completely else going
Yeah,
on.
I'm sitting out. I'm I'm supposed to be helping do something right now, but I said, hey, listen, give me 10 minutes. I've been waiting for 2 hours. I can take 10 minutes.
But this is why, man, I want to get back into doing this and consistently doing this because I know that the conversations that you and I are having, they're probably having them in, you know, some rooms across the country somewhere, you know, and maybe some people that are on the other side of the country may not ever be privy to that information.
Right.
But for what we're sharing, that allows it to be spread to the masses. You know, so you know, we back in it, man. We locked in. You know,
Come on.
so me, I have this problem with, I'll call it perfection. I'm like, we're not doing the show until it's all the way right. Like
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean,
even
yeah,
in the location that I'm supposed to be doing the show in, but my team was like, let's just test it. Let's just do it. You know, we got guests that have been waiting to come on the show. I was like, I don't want to do it till it's all the way right.
right.
And it's like, let's just do it. We're gonna make it happen. But um,
Let me be a test run. I will always be a test runner.
I
Okay.
know. Listen, and listen, you're doing it now, man. You're doing it
I
right now,
know.
and
Same
it's
way.
already for me. I mean, I think the people that are tuning in, you know, but for me, this is a great show.
Yeah.
For a test
I'm
run, this is a
enjoying
great
myself.
show.
But we always have these conversations. We just, remember we used to talk about this a lot, and we just
All
we
the
just gotta
time,
record this. We just
all
gotta
the
record
time.
it.
Right, and that was the thing. Like, it's conversations that we don't record them, and you know, they just, you know, something. You know how we do. We get to moving and shaking and doing other
Yeah.
things, and
Yeah.
you know, but this is valuable information, man, for us to be able to share. And again, like, we have the ability to repurpose this so that you and I not only get to hear it again, but we get to share it with so many other
Share it
people
out.
so they can hear it as
So
well.
I finally have a new space that I'm probably gonna be doing my own podcast and things like that. So I've been trying to get settled. So I have to, kind of help certain people so I can get the help I'm looking for. So I'm just putting myself in position to have, a really good space to do a couple of podcasts. But I definitely want to have you on. And, especially you have so much knowledge in the flip space. You have so much knowledge in the hard money and financing, business financing space. So I definitely want to bring you on and chop it up. So hopefully, I'll shoot you a DM and we can get some things set up. And if you need me to come back on and test out again, please just
Hey,
let me know.
listen, bro. You know, hey, you know, for brothers like you, and you know, I got a top 10 group. You in the top 10, bro.
Hey
So
man,
hands down,
appreciate it, man.
whatever
Appreciate it.
whatever you need, man. You know, I'm gonna make it happen for you, man. I
Cool,
appreciate that. I
cool, cool.
appreciate you doing what you do. And also, let me just go ahead and put this out there. Hopefully, Robert Yancey is still tuning in. I in that top 10, I got co-host positions that I want to have people come on and, you know, co-host with me. You know,
Okay.
and again, it would be like I'm looking at consistently having regular guests. Before, it would just be a one-on-one conversation.
Right.
Kind of something that we're doing is,
Like
you know,
old
maybe,
school talk show.
yeah,
Now it's kind of like getting into podcast area. A couple
exactly,
couple
exactly.
voices.
Definitely. So you and I will come on, and maybe you and I will interview a guest. You see what I
Okay,
mean? Or
cool.
you and I will have two different guests come on. You know, so some different things happening with the platform that we kind of shaking things up. And that's why I wanted to see how it looks. Man, it's still jacked up. I don't know if they do anything about that, but hopefully they'll get work. Because this, you know, because they've told me like, yeah, you can stream on Instagram live too, but it looks
See, I
terrible.
tapped in on Facebook. I'm not a Facebooker, right? I'm more of an Instagram guy, but I have
Yeah,
not been. I've been kind of tuned out. I've just been trying to focus on sellers here in this market because that's what I focus on, guys. So back to real estate and wholesaling, I focus on sellers primarily, and the buyers come after I find deals. That's what I like to do. Now, there's some
right,
people that like to focus on finding buyers and then just going and looking in that buyer's buy box. I just personally feel like, at that point, you're kind of working for the buyer and you can go out and do a lot of work.
right,
And if you do all that work and the buyer says, I don't want it, it's like kind of like
right.
a lot of time wasted there. So I just go out and find deals and let the buyers that are looking for those deals come to me. So that's what I've been focusing on for the last 3.5 months since I've been in Chicago. enjoying the Chicago summer. But let me get up out of here, Glenn. I'm not getting cursed out, but I'm just getting to open the doors and come to check on this.
Hey, brother, listen. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you doing what you do. Listen, let's do this real quick. Because you just dropped a couple bars, but I know you got to go. I don't want to.
No, we can talk. We can talk for a second.
All right. So 30315. You're looking for buyer in 30315.
Yeah, it's a partner deal. So okay. I can shoot that over to you. Okay. My man's he's direct to seller, but okay. I'm not physically there. So I wanted to. He asked me to get with my people, and I said okay, I'm gonna reach out to some of the guys that I know are top tier in the area. So I said for sure I want to give you a call anyway. So when I saw you online, I said I'm tapping in.
Right. Well, see, and that's another part of what we're going to be doing is offering those types of collaborations, right? So I know we have buyers, we have sellers, everybody got their own space in the world of what we do. But if I can help you move something quicker, you can help me move something quicker. Let's make it happen. I mean, 10% of something is worth more than 100% of nothing. You know what I mean? And not only that, I'm doing a property showcase. That's going to be part of one of the things that we have on the show. So for people who have properties that they want to showcase, send the information in, send some pictures in. We'll showcase those properties on the show. Okay. Now, of course, we break bread if they sell, but we're sharing them on the platform so that people can see the different things that are available. Whatever services, funding, credit, we do credit, and if you offer credit restoration, we can share in those services and you do what you do, we can share, like I said, we're all about doing collaborative, things. I got some deals that I'm working on that I want to share with some people. So if you're looking for deals, I got one in Sewanee, Georgia. So yeah, but I won't keep you, man. Thank you for jumping on, Chris. We will formally schedule you to come back on. When I don't catch you in the middle of getting your head cracked open for not paying attention.
It's all good. I'm helping my homegirl. She has a staging company here in the Chicagoland area, and she's doing her thing out here. So it's I want to stay in the real estate space all the way around. Definitely. So I'm just helping her get some things in order, but she's doing very well here. She moves a lot of properties. I want to put her on camera, but she's in kind of like work mode. So hopefully I can bring her on as an expert broker here in the Chicagoland market, and we can get her to drop a couple gems on your show and maybe some other spaces.
Absolutely. All right, bro. Well, I won't keep you. Thank you for jumping on, man. I'll definitely be in contact. Send me that information about the properties you got, and we'll see if we can get something moved on it as well.
Will do. Thanks so much, man. Hey, everybody, stay in tune with Real Life Real Estate Investing. Make sure you tap in because Glenn is the real deal. I'll just say that. He's the real deal. So lock in with him.
So we're gonna have to use that in the testimonial area.
It's all good, man. That's
it. Appreciate it, brother. I thank you, man. Do your thing. We'll be in contact and make this thing happen.
All right, bro.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Again, listen, thank y'all for tuning in. For those of you that are tuned in, I didn't expect this to go as long as it did. We got some folks joining in on Instagram as well. The Walden Group. I know who that is. I just looked at the name. I know who that is. We definitely want to have you come on the show as well. But yes, this was actually just supposed to be a test. I was just coming on to test the platform and just see how different things look. We have to work on our Instagram. We got to work on that because it looks terrible with having a guest on, but it works okay with me by myself. So we'll have to figure out how to make that work. But thank y'all for tapping in. Thank y'all for tuning in, and stay tuned. We're gonna have some really, really cool things coming up. We're gonna be sharing some really cool information. Did you all put my promo in? You all didn't put my promo in. Where's my team? Oh, we got some. Okay. Where is the promo? So I got to ask my team about where the promo is. Okay. Where's the promo? Again, this was supposed to be a test, but I thank y'all for tuning in. And we're going to probably hang around for just a couple more minutes while we figure out some of the other things. We're still, I guess we're going to try and figure out the IG platform. Or are we still working on that? Are we still working on the IG platform with the issue of how it's showing up? I know y'all are still here. Oh, you all aren't here with me anymore. All right. Let's see. All right. That is. So y'all, thank y'all for y'all patience. This is certainly a work in progress. And okay, I'm waiting to hear back from them on that. But listen, I thank y'all for tuning in. That's the end of the show. I was trying to show something else, but stay tuned. We'll be back next week. I believe we have a guest scheduled for next week, and we will also be doing some things throughout the week. I want to do another Q&A day. So another thing that we'll be doing potentially is having a Q&A day. So for those of you that have questions, different things that you're concerned about as it relates to real estate, we will probably do special shows for that. We will be hosting different educational events and showing people how to get into the business of real estate investing.
Pull up on me.
So they want to share that with you. So make sure you guys tune in, stay tuned in, and
pull up on me.
we'll be doing some interesting things with the show going forward. But I think that's all we have. I was waiting for them to see if they were going to add my promo, but I guess they're not. So thank y'all for tuning in. This has been the Real Life Real Estate Investing Show, where we talk about real life real estate situations, but we bring you real life real estate solutions. Stay tuned. We will be back next week. Same time, same channel. We will potentially have a special guest, or we may do some more tests next week. I don't know. We'll see. But stay tuned. And, as always, we will be sure that we provide value and add value to whatever situation or thing you have going on. If you got questions, definitely send us your questions, and we will have those questions answered on the show. And I think that's all we have. Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, at Real Life Real Estate Investing. Follow us on TikTok at Real Life Real Estate Investing. Instagram, Real Life Real Estate Investing. And also follow me at Mr. Dollar Out of a Dime on Instagram as well. So thank you all for tuning in, and have a wonderful rest of your week.